investing for the future. And so you're going against every gym. They're all betting against you. So I think you do need to be that person that every gym will go out of business if they had your habits. And I think we can all do that. You look at anybody that is successful, and what's working for them. If we were to interview everybody that's eating right and exercising, and I think the one thing they have in common is that now at this point it's easy for them, and you just got to get over that hump. So what's hard is you have nothing to motivate you at the beginning, as far as like you look in the mirror or you're feeling terrible. So when you need it the most is when you don't have it at the very beginning. So that's all I say. If you could just focus on a small increment, get over that hump, and then work on the next step instead of taking the hill all at once. I'll be back. Hey guys, we love sugar. Sugar tastes good. Problem is, it's causing obesity, it's linked to type 2 diabetes, so we switch over to artificial sweeteners, which at a certain level become bitter, and now it's linked to early dementia. In fact, if you're drinking diet sodas on a regular basis, you're 10 times more likely, studies say, in getting early dementia. So we have a sugar, it's called Next Sugar. It tastes great. It's as sweet as sugar. It's 100% on the sweetness index. Yes, there is an index for that. And guess what? It's half the calories, guys. You can bake with it, try it, get going, do your thing. All right, so we're talking about, everything that we need to do to be successful as far as health-wise, and such a broad statement. Yeah, it can't be made, but I think successful is kind of just reaching our potential. We're all going to die. It's just living as best we can until that happens, and it's not just the things that the rewards for doing the right thing, it's the disappointment for not doing it, and we all have that dark cloud over us when we don't do what we know we're supposed to be doing, if we're letting ourselves go. And I use that for as much motivation as anything. It's not just the pushing, it's the pulling, and I just don't want to be held back. So I will sometimes do it just because I know how terrible I feel if I'm out of shape, so to speak. So anyway, I am in my little mobile studio driving right now, and I just realized my dash cam, I forgot to put my memory card in there. So I'm not exactly, I'm filming everything, but nothing's being recorded. And if I was to get hit right now, that would just be so ironic. I just feel like even though I've driven 100,000 miles and not one incident, the second I don't, it didn't do something I was supposed to do, that's when something's going to happen. Whether it's a self-fulfilling prophecy or not, we'll see. So we need to, again, just do everything that we know we're supposed to. Talk to people that, and we got to get over that. For some reason, we feel like if we ask something, we're stupid or dumb. We can't ask anybody for advice. And sometimes we may ask the wrong person for advice. I'm a scuba diver, or I used to do it all the time, and now I'm just too busy. I would go to these dive shops, and the guy working there, it's just, he sits there, he just has all this knowledge and has been doing it his whole life and blah, blah, blah. And what he's got to remember too is okay, I don't know as much as he does, possibly. I haven't been doing it for as long, but I'm in the thick of it. Like when I was doing it, I mean, I would eat, sleep, and drink the scuba diving. You read the magazines, blah, blah, blah. And so you'd ask said person a question, and now they're not just giving you the answer, they're trying to put their foot on your neck. Like, I am the captain of a ship, the dive ship we go out on, so I know everything soup to nuts. And then, they have issues where they're trying to, I guess, frame everything. They want to own the frame instead of just answering your damn question. And I think we tend to shy away from questions because we deal with people like that. So you need to talk to people that are confident enough to give you an answer without trying to be condescending, talking down to you, or making up for their lack of attention they're getting in their lives. And just you find that person and you keep on harvesting them for information. The wise person, the smart person learns off his mistakes. The wise person learns off other people's mistakes. And I still remember in the gym, like talking to people that, they would always say, hey, if you got to warm up, you got to cool down, don't lift too heavy too soon, and you'll do this for a long time. And, once you get injured, that's it. And I was told that once, and I've never since then have tried to go in the gym and just go for it. And I thank God for that. I think that's something our generation does is we hear things and then we implement them. Or it seems like the newer generation, the younger kids, or at least my kids, you tell them over and over and over again. It's like a Nelly song, just over and over and over again, and that's in one day. We're like, oh my gosh, what would you guys do in the battlefield? When the sergeant says, all right, this is what I want you to do, execute it, done, and then everybody be standing there looking at each other. So that's going to be interesting how that works itself out. But that's a different topic for a different day. So I was reading another book, and it was talking about eating, and we've all heard the term of don't eat something that your great grandpa would not recognize. And a lot of these foods now, they're just over processed, and I think as we move forward, you're going to find a lot of issues with the way we're eating right now that we just don't know yet. Kind of like the inception of smoking. At the beginning, it was almost too good to be true, and lo and behold, you find out there's all these health risks. I think the way we eat later on, we are going to find out a lot of things. I think things are suppressed by the corporations. And I know it sounds like, oh, yeah, here's another guy that's against corporate America. This I know for a fact. And I have a food company I work for, and we make like a version of Nutella. And what it is Nutella uses palm oil, and yes, I'm going to say this. If you guys want to sue me, go ahead. But this is one thing I happen to be up on is palm oil has been linked to cause cancer. It's because they heat it up. I guess the carcinogenic effect is that one of the byproducts is it's been known to cause cancer. Palm oil is cheap. It makes the spread nice and smooth. It's in a lot of our foods. And now all these reports, the Europeans are ahead on this. And the government was even reporting, hey, we're pulling it off some shelves in stores. And lo and behold, the backlash, because Nutella is so rich, they just have this scorch the earth policy with their attorneys that everybody just took their hands off of it. So we came out with a palm oil free. It's called Nextella with a K, just to throw in another advertisement. But that's not the point. I mean, I don't even push this stuff really right now. So the point is, we have something that, with all the stuff that they say is unhealthy, no, we have something here that is, studies are saying, no, it causes cancer, and we need to find out more about this, because in some, or at least, let me rephrase it, at least there's a lot of question right now. And there's, for me, I'm not taking that risk with my kids. So I told them stop eating it. So now you have, this big company that's saying, no, it's fine. Well, yeah, because they're making, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars every year. It's probably over $1 billion industry. And they're so big, they can't retool their stuff and make it without palm oil. So you have, you have this weird thing to where something is unhealthy or potentially unhealthy, and it gets covered up by the other things. Oh, Nutella's opening up a new store and blah, blah, blah. And that's what a corporation can do and is doing. And the point is, the way we're eating, you got the McDonald's of the world and all this processed food. I think a lot of it is being suppressed by, I'm paying this person, I'm advertising here, and I'm advertising often, so do not run a bad story. And here's all these good stories too, by the way, you can run. And I think there's a lot to that. And I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but I've seen it in my industry, and so I can only imagine. And I know how corporate the radio stations are and TV stations are. Believe me, every time I want to advertise on it, I'm just amazed by how they do things. It seems like they're walking the line on the ethics avenue. So anyway, you have these foods that our grandparents would not, or great grandparents would not recognize, and we don't know the repercussions yet, I think. So if we can go back to kind of a Neanderthal diet, I hear story after story of people that say, oh, this has been changed, this has been fixed, this health problem, that health problem. And I know there's all the keto diets and certain things, and I'm learning about a lot of them too. And I'm sure there are good studies out there. So hey, more power to you if that's what you're pursuing. Just get the information. But the one thing that we can do immediately is go back to eating as good as we can on something that actually looks like a meal, and stay away from the sweet stuff and the processed stuff. It's easier said than done. But again, we're talking about our life and our health, and so we can't do it as, oh, do I feel like doing it? Not like there's a holiday coming up and do I feel like decorating it. We're talking about you're driving and there's air coming out of your tires. You need to stop that leak, and the air, let's say, is your time, your life. And if you could put some air back in, that would be great, but we have to stop it. I mean, you have to have it. You have to have that much fervor in how you're doing it. So start today. Say, you know what? I'm going to eat as healthy as I could eat. I'm going to, again, look at the menu. I'm going to go as healthy as I could stand. And you may lose the craving you have for certain things that are bad. But do it with that vengeance of you're fighting for your life. Because guess what? You are. See you tomorrow. Or Monday, actually.